Hey guys, it's Jeff Chan from MMA Shredded, and today I'm going to be showing you 12 tips to sparring an opponent significantly bigger than you. Now keep in mind, these are general strategies. If you're up against a more skilled opponent, whether they're bigger or smaller, chances are you're still probably going to lose, but it at least increases that chance. Now before we get into the video, I officially released my 4th online program, the 33-day solo technique and condition.
Once you access the program, this is what it will look like. You'll have all the classes shown on the left side, and each class has a video component, but also broken down in writing for you to easily bring around. With 33 classes, each 45 minutes or longer, you will learn over 340 techniques, combos, counters, strategies, and drills, as well as strengthen and condition your body with over 80 exercises and loosen up your muscles with over 36 important stretches. This program can be done all by yourself with no equipment needed and is perfect for times like today. Each class starts with a warm-up, then class, and is followed by an ab burnout and cool down. For those who have been asking me to coach you, well, this is one of the closest ways to be taught by me. And now on to the 10 tips. So this video is made out of an accumulation of my experienced sparring opponents that are at least 40 pounds heavier. So one of the biggest disadvantages of going up against a much bigger and stronger opponent is that they are able to pressure forward and grab onto us. They will have the advantage of being physically stronger and literally ragdoll us. If they pressure forward and fight in our pockets, they will overpower us. You can try to stand and bang. It's a fact that both fighters will get hit, but your bigger opponent will do more damage and probably finish you first. So I recommend to not try to pressure back, but instead use quick and light footwork to move and circle around our big opponent. It should take less energy for us smaller fighters to move around and more energy for our big opponents to chase us. This is not always the case, but generally our bigger opponent should get tired first, slow down, and get frustrated, which will eventually cause them to make mistakes. If we are limited in space, for example being in a ring, it gets much more difficult. You're probably going to be finding yourself against the rope and circling back to the center of the ring to find yourself backed up against the rope again and over and over. Of course, if we are up against a skilled opponent, they will probably eventually get us backed up against the corner. If we stay there, this is what happens. You can see the clear disadvantage in strength and power. We are just unable to push back. It will be tough, but we'll need to try and strike back and circle out. If our opponent overcommits, we can also use that window of opportunity to frame off the shoulder, cut an angle, and circle out. When we are circling around and defending, let's try to be evasive. Stick with parrying, head movement, or stepping out of the way, instead of shelling with a tight guard. Not only do we not want to feel the impact of a strike coming from a much bigger and stronger opponent, we want to make our opponents miss. Missing is more tiring than hitting a target. Missing also increases the chances that our opponent overcommits, gets off balance, or opens themselves up. Now, we don't want to just be running away. The goal is to counter at the right moments. When they get tired, we can play more offense, which I'll explain later. My training partner did not actually feel this way, but as mentioned earlier, we want to frustrate our opponents so much that they charge forward and overcommit on their punches, which is when we use our speed and timing to score a takedown. There isn't much they can do when they run forward at you and you get right underneath their legs. Once we've landed a takedown, our bigger opponent is going to respect our space and not recklessly rush in. In fact, the more we counter, the more space they will give us. So be patient. Wait for our bigger opponent to attack and counter them when they're open from attacking. Now that our bigger opponent has slowed down, we can work some offense. As we stay light on our feet and keep moving, we want to suddenly explode in with an attack, catching our opponent off guard with our speed, then get back on the outside before our opponent attacks back or ties up with us. Now that our bigger opponent is no longer chasing and sits there waiting for us, we attack. If our opponent is significantly taller, we want to punch the body because it's right in front of us, while their hands are guarding their faces. Try to win them out and take away more of their cardio. Once we get our big opponent thinking or protecting the body, we follow up with a strike to the head. Hitting the body also causes our opponent to crunch, to either block or because they are in pain, lowering their head for us to attack. Try the overhand punch. Overhand punches in general are great weapons against taller opponents because it is coming from an angle they cannot see as well. You can also follow up with a high kick, for example. It can be very tough reaching our opponent's head when they are significantly taller and longer. Just like their body is open to strike, their legs are too. So let's chop down the legs of our giant and it will slow down their movement even more. Don't forget that if you are interested in learning the specific techniques I used in this video, check out my program and don't forget to apply the promo code at the checkout. If we see that our big opponent is very tired and slow at this point, then we can look for the offensive takedown. While they are moving slow, let's use our speed to score a takedown before they can even sprawl. I would avoid upper body takedowns because a much bigger opponent is more likely to overpower you. Instead, stick with lower body takedowns. You want to change levels and take out the legs right underneath them. I like double leg takedowns if they are significantly taller, making it easier to go right under and through their legs. But single leg takedowns are best for heavier opponents because you only need to pick up one leg versus trying to pick up their whole body. Another good way to land the takedown is by catching their kicks. After catching the kick, you can shoot for a double leg, a single leg, trip them, or sweep them Muay Thai style. Finally, use your speed to throw a high volume of strikes, overwhelming your bigger opponent. It's hard to hit back when you are busy defending several punches coming at you.